Hello daily drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. Today will be our third to last Ixalan draft of the format. Got a draft today, Friday, and Monday before we get into the LCI Best Deck Tournament next Wednesday. If you don't know what that is, you will absolutely want to tune in. It's where I pit 8 of the best LCI decks I drafted here on the channel up against each other to see what was the best deck of the format. And it was a lot of fun with Wilds of Eldraine. We're going to have fun with Caverns of Ixalan as well. But we've got a pick one here to dive into today. If I look at the commons, I noticed Plundering Pirate, Tithing Blade, a couple things here. I don't think Abuelo's Awakening is particularly great. I mean, it's interesting in some decks. Helping Hand, fine. Riddle, also fine, but I think I'll take a Bitter Triumph here. I don't particularly like black, but I think Bitter Triumph is one of the better removal spells in the set, so I'll go ahead and take that. Gosh, there's a couple really bad packs here. Now we could take Jade Seedstones. I'm looking at this Sinuous Bentosaur, though. And this is the exact perfect time where I think we could think about getting into a little bit of a Caves deck, because there's really nothing else that's pulling me in any other direction. Poison Dart Frog and Seedstones like the only other two cards. I'm going to take the Bentosaur and see where that leads us. Now there's a Cenote Scout. There's an Axe Jaw, a Petrify, Dawn Runner. All these are fine. There's also a Cave. There isn't any Cave payoffs, so I think I'll take the Cenote Scout. It could go well in blue-green, could go well in black-green. It's just a good card. I think I'll go ahead and take that here. And then see where to go from there. A Join the Dead and a pick for a Braid and a Waterwind Scout. What is going on here? What on earth? So there's 2 uncommons and a rare missing. So there was a Join the Dead and a Braid and a Waterwind Scout. We're going to be passing red signals if we take this Scout here. But I do like Waterwind Scout, I think, more than Join the Dead. But we do have a Bitter Triumph already. This is a really tough pick here. I'm not locked into this Bentosaur by any imagination here. This is really tough. I think I like Scout better than Join the Dead, and a Braid and Scout is really close, and I think the tiebreaker is that I do have a blue card, but gosh, that was tough. Okay, look, there's a Gargantuan Leech now. So I think we can think about getting into Caves if now that we have a couple of the payoffs. We don't have a Calamitous Cave-In, but that's okay. Everything else is not great. There's a Riverhailed Guide, which is fine. Kawadi Scavenger could be good, but let's take a couple of Caves build-arounds, and let's see if we can draft Caves for the first time in the entire format. I don't know if this is going to be any good. I think I'm actually also 1 trophy away from Mythic right now. I'm in Diamond 1, so if we're able to trophy this draft, I will end up in Mythic. But I haven't drafted Caves, and I am a man of the people. I gotta give it at least 1 try over the course of the entire format, right? I mean, I guess today's the day. We don't have any Caves yet, but we're gonna have to find some. So let's take the Calamitous Cave-In. Got a Bentosaur, a Leech, a Cave-In, and probably looking to be blue-black base, splashing a Cave-In in maybe a Bat Colony if I find it. But yeah, I don't know if this will be any good, but I'm willing to try it. I haven't really played against a successful version of the Caves deck at all this format. So maybe today will be the day where we get to be that successful version of the Caves deck. Here's a Cave, and I think we pretty much have to take it. No more Cave payoffs for us here. Blue, black. Malicious Eclipse might actually not be bad in this kind of deck. Same with Compass Gnome that can help us find our splash caves. No caves here. There's a Relic's Roar, an Acolyte. Stone Tree could be okay because it does craft with caves. There's a Kin Caller, but I don't think we're going to be a Dino kind of deck. This is a perfect spot to take a cave, but I think I'll take the Stone Tree. And hopefully our mana ends up being good enough where we can kind of play as many colors as we can, but we're going to have to take caves over basically everything that's not a cave payoff. We already have 3 payoffs, which is many more than I've ever ended up with before. I'm super excited about this. No idea if this is going to be good, but I am thrilled to try. I think there was a cave pick 1. Let's see if it came around. I doubt it did, but you never know. Sometimes they go late. People aren't super high on them nowadays. Okay. Yeah. Oops, didn't mean to double click, but that was the pick I meant to make. So we'll take the cave here. Got 2 so far. Wouldn't mind finding a red cave or a black cave on a wheel here, but I think there was a black cave and maybe a green one as well. All those would be fine. There's a captivating cave as well. Oh no, that's this one. The one, the calamitous, nope. That's this one. The cave manland. The one that you can pay 2 and make it become a 3/3. Don't know if it wheels, but if there's no one else in caves, it might. Goodness, so much coughing. Poison Dart Frog. Probably my pick here. I don't think it's going to be a Final Strike deck. Sentry might actually be okay if we're trying to be a little bit defensive, but Dart Frog could help us splash a little bit. Rock Slide, Unlucky Drop, and Pathfinding Axejaw. I think I'll take the Unlucky Drop as a removal spell here. Cave In is the only card I think I want to splash in red. And Axejaw is just a random, generically fine creature, but I think I'm going to want some removal. No cave payoffs here. I don't think I'm playing any of it. Ooh, there we go. Cavernous Maw, that was the one. Pay 2, it becomes a 3/3, only if you have 3 or more caves. Another Unlucky Drop, not too bad. And a Hazard. Alright, can we find another cave payoff? We can. With another Sinuous Benthesaur. I mean, when you draft this kind of deck, you have to pass great cards like Dire Flail. This card is outstanding. But it's not what our deck is trying to do. We are trying to get all of the caves and survive. So I'm going to take the Benthesaur here. And what are we? Blue-green base right now, splashing a couple other cave payoffs and maybe even splashing a Bitter Triumph. The Scout would be good. The Dart Frog would be good. Even a Shipwreck Sentry, again, I think would be fine in a deck like this, but let's see if we can find some more caves and more cave payoffs. No caves here, but there are a lot of good cards. There's a Brontodon, there's a Herald Scout, River Herald Guide. I think I'll take Brontodon. There's no caves to consider, and no cave payoffs to consider. So I think I'll just take the green good card. Here's a Hidden Volcano and a Pit of Offerings. I do like Pit of Offerings. What else is there? Another Stone Tree, Pilgrimage. Yeah, so it's between Volcano and Offerings here. I think I'll take the Offerings. If I want a red cave, I can probably find one. Okay, what else do we have here now? A Deadweight. A Promising Vein. think I'll take the Promising Vein. I'm thinking of myself as blue-green, which is awkward because it's pick 4 and there's no green cards in this pack. There is a River Herald Scout, but let's go ahead. If we're going to play caves, we got to get a high count of caves to make this work. Really just have to make sure we shore up the early end of the curve, too. And again, I'm thinking of myself as blue-green base, splashing a couple of other payoffs here. The Stone Tree seems pretty good for us. Again, no caves, but there is an Iceberg, a Brine Fang, and a couple of not great cards here. I guess I could take the Iceberg. How many artifacts do we have? 1? The Stone Tree. It's an early play we can play in our deck here. Again, no caves. Interesting. Everything is just kind of passing us by. This is a very good defensive creature, though. 2 mana, 1/4 Vigilance. It's hard to get through that, so I think we could just put that into the deck. There is a... Okay. Forgotten Monument and Promising Vein. I think I'll take the Monument over a second Vein here. This kind of fixes us a little bit as well. I've never drafted this deck, as I mentioned, so I don't know what to prioritize, but we do have 4 cave payoffs, 2 Bentosaurs, a Leech, and a Cave-In, so okay. There's a Compass Gnome. That's kind of what we're looking for. It trades off for their early 2 drops and can also find us some of our caves. Here comes the train. I've been pretty good about not having the train pass as I've been recording, but now you get to experience it with me. The Compass Gnome and the Nautilus make our Inverted Iceberg better too, so it's also pretty good. So currently have 7 caves here. That's a good cave count. I would like to get a green Cataract or a green Hidden Land and probably maybe a red and or black Hidden Land as well. I would like another Cave-In. That would be a great payoff for us. An Oaken Siren? Goodness, I can't stop coughing. I don't think the Visage of Dread is for this deck. I think I'll take the Oaken Siren, though. That puts us at how many artifacts? 5 artifacts? It also just blocks. Ooh, River Herald Scout. Not a bad 2-drop. Don't think I need the Rock Slide. Don't care about many of this other stuff either. So let's take the Scout here. Got the Hidden Land. Wield it, so let's take it. And I'm looking for one more Calamitous Cave-In, and then maybe if we can get the Green Cave Rare, that would be pretty good too. I forget what that one's called, but it's 5 mana. You can choose things 3 times. I don't think I'm playing any of this here. I think the Bitter Triumph is probably still good enough to splash. Because we got Compass Gnome, Dart Frog, Captivating Cave, Forgotten Monument, Pit of Offerings, Promising Vein. Got a lot of free black sources here. Alright, what can we end up with here? Alright, no cave payoffs. There is another Cavernous Maw. But gosh, I have loved Tishana's Tidebinder. This card is just very powerful, and I think it's worth taking here. It surprisingly has a lot of things that can actually hit off of the trigger, including the backside of the 2-mana artifact that flips into the 7/7 win the game. That, for those of you that were watching the channel a couple weeks ago, you would have seen that. But we'll take this. I think the Cavernous Maw might even wheel, but we're going to take the Tidebinder here. Now there's a blue hidden land and another Cavernous Maw among other things we're probably not playing. So I guess I'll take the blue hidden land. Because again, there's another Cavernous Maw, and both of these could wheel. So I'm just going to take this here. Ooh, Deep Cavern Bat. We got a... There's a Hidden Nursery and a Waterwind Scout, though. But all of these are incredible. This card is not as good on the splash, unfortunately. Gosh, this is one of the better... I think it's possibly the best uncommon in the set. But maybe we wheel this Hidden Nursery. I don't think we could take the bat. We don't have enough black sources to really rely on casting that early enough. Okay, another Waterwind Scout. We do have a Zoetic Glyph here. 5 artifacts with 2 scouts already, actually, though, that make map tokens. Maybe the Zoetic Glyph is better. I do love a Waterwind Scout, don't get me wrong, but I think we have enough artifacts to make the Glyph good here. Swing and a miss on this pack. No caves. And no cave payoffs, and really nothing in blue or green for us. I guess there's a scavenger here. I mean, that might actually be playable in our deck. Yeah, maybe we play it. We'll have to see. So we're basically just like base blue-green, you know, early drops. Got a lot of things to protect us early. Some flyers and some removal, and then, you know, some card advantage, a big lifelinker, and a board wipe. Got 3 picks left here to find any sort of cave payoff. No payoffs, but there is a lodestone needle, and I don't know why this is still in the pack here, so I'm going to take it. Oh, that's a tough one. So another Compass Gnome versus a Hidden Nursery. I think I gotta take the Nursery. Although if there's this one here, the other one might wheel pick 9. No, I think I gotta take the Nursery here. We have enough playables, I'm pretty sure. Or we're at least really close to having enough playables. Guess I'll take a Mineshaft Spider here. Does mill us, puts caves in the yard. I don't care about any of these other blue or green cards, and I'm not splashing anything else. Okay, so that was pick 8. So let's see if we can get the Cavernous Maw back in either of these packs, or if there's anything else good left for us. Right now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 caves, which puts us at 23 cards. So that's exactly what we would need. So there's a Staunch Crewmate with 6 artifacts, and no pirates. There is another Cavernous Maw. There's a Brine Fang, a Blunder. I think I'll take the Cavernous Maw, and then this one came back as well. There's another Stone Tree. This could be good. I don't know how many... Yeah, we already have 2 Cavernous Maws. We don't need 3. And we've got 10 caves. So let's take a Stone Tree here. Helps us ramp a little bit. Gets us whatever cave we need. We might not actually need to splash Bitter Triumph here. Wow, Belligerent Yearling wheeled. Another Stone Tree. I'm probably not playing 3, but we'll see. Alright, so this will be an interesting deck build, to say the least. So let's just dump all the lands for now. And then we can add them back in here once we figure out what we're actually playing. So we know we're blue-green base and we're splashing a Cave-In and a Leech at the very minimum. So if that's the case, which cards are we for sure playing here? Definitely these. Let's take a look at green. Definitely these and definitely that. And we're splashing the Cave-In and the Leech here. So this is kind of the base of the deck. So then the question becomes cards like Bitter Triumph, Spider, Scavenger, Stone Trees. And I think those are our options, and we need 2 fewer. Okay. Yeah, so cut 2 of these cards and play 17. I don't think we need the Bitter Triumph on the splash here, and I don't think I want to play 3 Stone Trees, so I guess this would then be the deck. 15 creatures, 7 artifacts, only 3 instants and sorceries, which means our Scavenger's probably still pretty good. And then we play basically all of the caves. I mean, we don't necessarily need all of them, but we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 caves for Benthesaur, Cave-In, and Leech. We gotta make sure our mana doesn't get too bad with all of the cards we actually want to cast here. So this can still fix you. The Monument fixes you with all the other caves. Pit of Offerings I think is just good enough. Promising Vein is not great, but it is a cave. And then we've got all these caves to splash as well. I think the hidden lands are for sure. The only question would be like cutting a Cavernous Maw. So let's see if we add basics here. I don't think we need any black or any red, because the Captivating Cave can do it. The Monument can allow us to do it. The Pit of Offerings could do it. And the Promising Vein can't find red or black. It can only find a basic. But we do have a Poison Dart Frog. So what happens if we just do something like this? This is 6 blue, 4 green, plus all of the other things that we have, plus a hidden volcano. All of this splashes are black here. Yeah. All right. Interesting. I think this is how I'm going to run it back. And if we get 2 mana screwed on these things, then we can adjust this mana base going forward. But this is my first attempt at a Caves deck in the format, and we're going to see if it's any good. I'll see you in game number 1. All right, here we are going first, and we've got an island and a bunch of blue cards, so that means we can cast them. So I think I'm playing my tap land first here. And then Island Nautilus, more than likely. Oh boy, here we go. These are the decks that are not going to go well for us. You know, the 1 mana 1/1 flyers that we can't really deal with. The 1 mana 2/2 flyers that we also can't deal with. I guess the Iceberg gives me the best chance to hit a land drop next turn, which is important. Okay, the Spider is a good answer to the Guidewing. We just have to hope we hit lands here. There we go. I think I will play the spider. Alright, got rid of another cave. Goodness, sorry. I do plan on blocking the Guide Wing if they attack. Alright, it's pretty good, because now we can go Brontodon and Lodestone Needle. Alright, no attacks. That's good news for us. Another Oaken Siren. They are flying. If they can get through this spider, that's going to be a huge problem. No artifacts in the yard to craft with Lodestone Needles, so let's do this. Alright, so we're dumping... Well, these go in the bottom of our deck. So Benthosaur and Cave-In go to the bottom here. And they're going just too wide for us right now, for my liking. I would really, really like a Cave-In. But we know it's at the bottom, so... you have to figure out a way to shuffle. I think I'll play the Benthosaur. I guess I could have played the Maw first and got me a look at 3 cards. That would have been pretty good. Or got me a look at 4. But again, if they can deal with this Mineshaft Spider, we're in pretty big hurt here, because they can hit us for 5 a turn without us doing anything about it. Yeah, I think I've got a block. I wonder if they're splashing in a braid here. Yeah, they could be splashing in a braid, but I'm not going to Brontodon the Oaken Siren, because if I did that, they would just do the same thing next turn. Okay, they were just trying to push some damage. That's fine. Got a lot of things we can do here. My goodness. But still no artifacts in the yard. I think we've got to play the Waterwind Scout. Then I can play Compass Gnome and Lodestone Needle Craft with the map token. Let's do this. This is one of the wilder decks I've played this format, for sure. I don't think we need to get a cave right now, because Captivating Cave can splash the Gargantuan Leech if we do find it. And we have to start pushing a little bit here. I probably should have done this. Well, not probably. I definitely should have done this prior to... I should have attacked prior to casting all that stuff, just in case they decided to double or triple block or something, but... I mean, I'm gonna block. They didn't have anything last time. Waylaying Pirates, definitely with an artifact, so they'll keep that. I think the Gargantuan Leech only costs 1 right now. Could be wrong on that, but oh my gosh, look how many things I have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that I have the option of doing here. Let's start with this here. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I could do... This costs 6. That also costs 6. So let's go to combat, see if we can attack with a 4/4 again. And then I think I'm just going to craft... Well, no, probably just craft the stone tree with the cataract here. I could blow them out, but I don't even think I need to with Unlucky Drop. I think I could just save that. So I'm just going to let this happen. And then just craft this here. And end the turn with Brontodon if we need it. This Mineshaft Spider saved our butt this game. If not for this, we definitely would have lost a long time ago. That seems okay too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, no artifacts in the yard yet. Could potentially get there with the Nautilus. Could also attack with these things, but I don't think I need to do that yet. So let's... Sorry. Go to attackers. Get in here. Sure, I'll just get rid of this thing. I'm not going to activate that because I can just craft the iceberg and play the scout here. keep saying Craft the Iceberg, but I don't have an artifact to do it with, except Compass Gnome. I could just do it with the Compass Gnome. Or I could just play Dart Frog and hold up Unlucky Drop. That also seems fine. And now next turn they probably are close to dead. Really hope there's no unstable glyph bridge. I'm gonna cry if that's what they have. Okay. A 5/5 flyer. Guess I have to unlucky drop that then. And now I can just activate both Cavernous Maws. And just like attack with everything basically. So 1, 2, animate. 1, 2, animate. Put this here. Draw a cave. And I can't imagine this goes particularly wrong for us. There we go. All right, that was a true pile win. All right, 4 wins to Mythic. Can we get there with this deck? It's going to be tough. All right, this hand looks good to me. We've got Dart Frog on 2, no matter what. The Monument can help the Cavernous Maw tap for any color of mana. So they've got Cogwork Wrestler. We're going to have to keep that in mind. More flyers. Probably casting... Sorry, casting Stone Tree next turn. We can use... Oh, geez. That's a 2/3 flying Vigilance. Yeah, yeah. That also loots when it hits us. Or whenever it attacks. Alright, I gotta set us up a little bit here. Alright, at least we found one. We could just cast a Gargantuan Leech next turn. Something else we can do is we can block with the Dart Frog, activate activate Death Touch, and then use Tishana's Tidebinder to make their Cogwork Wrestler not be good and like not work. Can also just unlucky drop one of these things. Yeah, let's play this. And then pass, and I guess we can like stifle their pirate hat. And then it loses all abilities as long as we control the Tidebinder. We can also counter their Discover here. Ah, that is really annoying. Another 2/3 flyer. think I'm going to stifle their discover ability. Well, this also loses all abilities. It becomes a 1/2. Actually, because it wouldn't even give +1/+1. It would become a 1/2. We could then block, and then they'd have to use their Cogwork Wrestler just to save their Siren. So I'm going to let this happen. Also going to let this happen so that I can stifle the Pirate Hat. At least I think that's how this works. It's the Pirate Hat that is the ability is being stifled, right? No? Okay, so it loses flying. So it's not the Pirate Hat, it's the Oaken Siren. So again, we know that they have Cogwork Wrestler here. So if we block, they make this a 1/2, and they make that, yeah, these still trade here. Yeah, because they could make this a 1/2. So let's do this here. There's the wrestler. Oh, they had 2 wrestlers. Well, that I couldn't have done anything about. I could not have anticipated that they had 2. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, let's play another cave, make our leech cheaper. 1, 2. Let's cast this and then really hope we hit a non-land so these can block the Oaken Sirens. There we go. I don't think we need a Compass Gnome. And then we'll pass. Now the Dart Frog can get Death Touch against one of these. Now we're stabilizing a little bit. And then we have Unlucky Drop to blow out a potential triple block against the Gargantuan Leech next turn. Gain 5 life. Okay, trade off for that one. Oh my gosh. That card is so good. So now we have to Unlucky Drop their Larcenist. Just to get our leech back. Really? Oh, that's so annoying. And then they just do it next turn again? And it has Ward 1, so we can't cast the Scout. Well, let's just cast this Scout and then use the map, I guess. Is there an artifact in the yard? Yeah, there is. So we could craft the stone tree, but gosh, there's so many flyers and stuff. Okay. Could animate the Cavernous Maw and attack. Because I'm not doing anything else here. I'm not going to sacrifice my leech, so... Alright. We do still have blocks against everything. Like, even if they equip the Pirate Hat on the Larcenist, we can double block and then get a leech back. Well, never mind. Now we can't, because they just drew a Sunfire Torch to shoot down our Waterwind Scout here, so that's great. Jeez. Top decking very well over there. Okay, that's something here. Okay, so what am I doing? Lodestone Needling, this costs 3. So I can still activate Cavernous Maw and attack here. Hold this back. Yeah, because the needle costs 3 because of the ward 1. Still can't get my leech back until I unlucky drop, but could just craft this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, but I need to be able to block that. Okay, so we do 1, 2, activate this, and then hold up Needle and Pay. Tough games here for sure. Okay, so they got a non-land. We know that. These are really interesting games. That's why I love Magic. Moments like this. Also, I think they might have misread the Larcenist when they did it, because it says up to 1 other, unless they really wanted a treasure. Turn their wrestler into a treasure there. Oh my gosh. Were they in our pod? Because I don't know. That card is too good. Yeah. Now they can just... I mean, plus, what is this? Plus 3 plus 0? Plus 2 plus 0? I have to take this and then craft the needle and then make this a 4. But then the Pirate Hat can still do something about it. I have to figure out a permanent solution for the Larcenist so I can keep my leech and attacking with it. Okay, more creatures. We just can't keep up with all these stupid derpy creatures. Something I can do is I can unlucky drop their Larcenist after they attack, block with my Leech. I could still craft Lodestone Needle and pay for the ward if I did that. Right? 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. But I have to take a life to do it because I only have one blue source here. No, this is a blue source, so I do 1, 2, 3. Craft. Go to combat. End the turn. And then our Leech is going to have to gain us 10 life here over the course of these next 2 turns because of the unlucky drop. But then we have to figure out a way to deal with the Larcenist yet again. We do have a cave in the yard to craft with Stone Tree. Yeah. Does it go to any target? Target creature, okay. 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 We do get to gain 10 life here. Now, unfortunately, next turn, if we craft this, we have to hope we can get a counter on the Stone Tree, because this thing will be a 5-powered creature. They attack with an equipped blunderbuss, sacrifice the pirate hat, deal 5 to the Stone Tree when it's flipped. So we're gonna have to try to flip this and then explore onto it, because I think they're just gonna cast the Larcenist and turn our Leech into a treasure again. Could also just use Cavernous Maw to block this thing if they try to attack with it. And then just trade. But we have to deal with this Larcenist because it's a flyer and we don't have an answer to a flyer at the moment. I can't use the Captivating Caves onto this because, again, they're just going to kill it next turn. So we're just going to attack and then really hope that we hit a non-land when we explore onto the Stone Tree here. Oh, and of course we got owned by the auto tapper. We can't hold up Cavernous Maw activation, so we just have to hope this hits. Alright, it did hit. Okay, so now what else can I do here? Oh, sack it, search for a basic? That's what my option is? Okay. Guess I can do that. I don't want to do that end of turn, because then I'm shuffling this away. Let's see if they get rid of the Leech again. I'm sure that's what they have to do. That's why I put this as a 6/6, so the Blunderbuss can't kill it. Well, I guess, well, now they could, no, because they have to spend 2 to equip, which means they get rid of their treasure and they don't have another artifact to throw. Some really tough decisions going on. Because I can get rid of the Strider, hit us for 5, but then we attack for 5 lifelink, and that's probably not good enough for them. So I think they have to do the Leech. Because they know we're getting a 4/4 that draws us 2 cards here. Alright, looks like they went for the 6/6. It's an interesting decision. That means they probably have a way to deal with this thing then. Or they're just planning to do it next turn, I guess. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they just kill this for good now then. So they attack with this, sack the treasure, kill the 5/5. Yeah, this card is great. I mean, we had to pass it in the draft, but it is great. Okay, I missed that line. No, I can't tap the Cavernous Maw anymore. So, blue, da da da, and da for this. Wow, we have a lot of options here. What does Kawadi Scavenger get back? The Leech, I guess? That's pretty good. Probably have to take that. And then an unlucky drop to potentially try to deal with the Larcenist once again. I think I'll take those two. And then I think I'm going to leave up Cavernous Maw activation to block their Scallywag here after if they throw the Pirate Hat at us. And then next turn we can Scavenger and Leech. And potentially even Lucky Drop, depending on how cheap this is. I haven't done the math. Well, now I keep missing all these lines where they can just, I don't know, move that and hit us for 5 now. That means I should have scavengered last turn. And then we're dead next turn, so we have to unlucky drop that next turn. Yeah, they are. The Dire Blunderbuss is going to possibly just get us here. Okay, can I cast The leech. How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this costs 1. So if I do 1, 2, 3, that, and then all of these can pay that plus the ward one. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I could get the Tidebinder back too. Gosh, there's so much going on here. Because whatever I get back, they're just going to throw a treasure at it. So it doesn't really matter. The Tidebinder doesn't let me unlucky drop it. No, so I need to have to pay the life in order to be able to pay the ward here. On the unlucky drop. I guess I could like explore and then sacrifice the stone tree, but I can get the stone tree back. Because I'm going to unlucky drop this again, and then I get a 5/5. Or does this turn into the front side? This might turn into the front side. If that turns into the front side, that's a huge problem. No, okay, it does. Now we win. Oh no, we have to find a removal for that. Oh, we do have a cavernous maw over here. I could try to discover into something. What can I do here? If I explore onto this, it becomes a 5. Can activate Cavernous Maw. They block here. And then explore. Okay, okay. So this could do it. So let's do this. Nice. And then we activate this. And then we explore onto this. And then we attack with everything. They block 6 and take 8. Oh my gosh. What a game. What a game. There was so much going on there, and we had to deal with that larcenous so many times. Back and forth and back and forth. What an incredible game. This is going to be a whirlwind of a draft here. Alright, here we are, and we go first. No green, but we do have a Compass Gnome that we're probably going to play on 2. To find a green to play Stone Tree to probably be off to the races. Pit of Offerings currently can't tap to cast anything. Well, I mean, it can, but I think we'll take the Compass Gnome, and I think I'll get our green Cave Land. So that next turn we could just play River Herald Scout and a tap land here. Seems fine to me. Canonized in Blood. End step, 1/1 counter, you could sack it to make a 4/3. Okay. So let's do this here. This lets our Pit of Offerings tap for blue. So I think basically for that reason, I'm actually going to put it in the yard. So this can tap for a color of mana. Oh, geez. Okay, that's tough. Oh, there we go. Now we can tap for blue and black. So let's do this. And then Stone Tree here. And I think I'll take the other cave. Benthesaur next turn. Not too bad. We're going to have to make sure we can deal with this Warden. We already did get rid of one of our unlucky drops, which is going to be tough. Not to mention, this Canonize in Blood is actually going to go pretty good with this Warden here. Because they don't even need to tap things to make this a flyer. Okay, let's play the Benthesaur. I think we need an unlucky drop to deal with this thing before it kills us, because it also has a Vigilance, which is a big problem. And then I think I'll take another Benthesaur here. And then next turn we can play Unlucky Drop and Waterwind Scout if we need to for the Warden. I do not like the Death Touchers. Yeah, there's another... Got so many Death Touchers. Okay, that's pretty good for us actually, because now we can just Unlucky Drop that and then attack for 8. And hope they don't have an answer. Or a kill spell. They could have joined the dead for the Benthesaur here, which wouldn't be great. No? Alright, they just take 8. And then we play a Scout. And they're at 6 now. Let's see what we find here first, I guess. They don't have anything. Wow, okay. What do we have in the yard? Just an unlucky drop. So the Scavenger's not great. The Oaken Siren could be okay. Cavernous Maw. I already played a land, unfortunately, which was dumb on my part. I'll trade for everything here. Sure. Yeah, really bad not playing the Cavernous Maw there. That could end up coming back to haunt us because next turn I could activate both of these to attack. Let's first start with this. That seems okay. And then I can activate that, and then we get in there and we win. All right. Got around the Warden. So these unlucky drops are huge in our deck right now. We're going to have to make sure we find those. All right, we're first again, but don't have green. And have a double green card in hand. Have unlucky drop, but I don't think we can keep this. We can't cast anything. So we'll keep this one, and then put back the Brontodon, I guess. So we got Dart Frog on 2, Stone Tree on 3. Could even play a Cave and then Stone Tree on 3. Or a tapped Cave, I mean. As long as our Dart Frog survives, which it does. So let's play this. I think I'll take the Monument and the tap land. And now next turn we could actually play Benthesaur for 4 here. Okay, twists and turns. Kept a Colossodactyl on top, makes sense. We need the drop. We figured that much out. And then I guess I'll take a Scout as well. The drop has been very important. Okay, +2/+2. That means they can't cast anything else, though. It is a 5/5? Gosh. Alright, let's try this. Definitely that. And then the Glyph or the Cataract. I think I might take the Cave land here. How much does the leech cost right now? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Costs 4 mana. This would make it cost 3 mana. I think I'm going to take the Cave land. And then now we have to take 5 or 6. And then unlucky drop and leech next turn, I think. Put the Scout in the yard, go down to 11. Play a Colossodactyl, yep. Okay. So we'll play Leech. We'll play Scout and then hold up drop here. River Herald Scout. I think I could do better than that. If they move to attacks, I think I'm just going to drop their Seeker. I'm sure the Leech is dead here. Yeah. I figured as much. They might not even want to put this on top. It's not the greatest of draws anymore. It's just a 1/1. Let's start here. Do this here. Play the land. And then I will get rid of this just to make it tap for blue for us. And then I guess I'll play another stone tree here. So this could become a 6/7. We can still block with a lot of things. It does have trample, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a problem. Can't deal with that, though. I don't have land destruction. Or really artifact. Oh, God. Well, that might do it. That is a very good card, to say the least. All right. There's a 1/1. Here's a lantern. Is there a way for us to crack a cave to discover and still craft with a cave here? We have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This costs 6. No, we couldn't do that. So let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then crack this, I suppose, and then we could do this. I don't think we need to find a cave right now. And then this can still get Death Touch here. All right. And I could still activate this as well. But now this allows us to craft the stone tree with a cave in the yard. This gives counters, right? Yeah. just think the Mycoid Maze is going to be too much for us to overcome here. Do any of these have reach? No. Oh, God, a braid. Yeah. I guess I'll do this. And then I can attack. No, I probably just... I mean, I'm at 7. But they have so much inevitability here that it's really tough. So they've gotten a braid. They're just going to kill that. We've pretty much figured that. I can activate this, trade off, and then craft it next turn again. Oh, that's another problem. We don't have a permanent answer to anything, and that just kills us. So, already got rid of our lifelinker. Yeah, that'll probably end it for us, I would think. Oh, they have a 6/6 trample, maybe? No, no trample. Now it's 7/7. One, two, three, four, five, 6. I can still cast this. But this panicked Altasaur is a huge problem. We've already gotten rid of one of our unlucky drops. Okay, that's potentially something. Can equip the Seeker, hit us for 4. But the problem is, if I use this cave-in prior to them crafting the seed stones, then I can't deal with the 7/7. Because I just got rid of my last unlucky drop as well. Ooh, what does that do? That gives us a 5/5 lifelink? Yeah. Okay. Forgot that had reach. So that's great. Go to 2. Gain 3. Yeah, they're at 7. Okay, they have a 7/7 now. I can't figure out a way to get 2 caves into my yard. Or in play to make this a full-on board wipe here. And I have to send this in right now. Because they could just hit me twice here. So I have to gain life with the leech. And I have to hope they block with the Jadeheart Attendant, and then I can wipe the board. Okay, that's something. I guess in that case I should have attacked with everything. Alright, top deck war. Really? Top deck a 7/7 with when I'm exactly at 7 life? And that's now a 9/9? Are you kidding me? That I can't block? That's incredibly convenient for you. Wow. Really? I mean, they did have a Mycoid Maze to help them, but they had to top deck a 7/7 when I'm exactly at 7 life. Come on. Oh, that's perfect as well. Oh well. GG's on the top deck. Do I have an artifact in the yard? I do. I mean, I probably just have to keep it here. Do I attack now? If I attack, I have to take 4 on the backswing, go to 3. I'm needling down the Stomper here. Then next turn I play a Nautilus. And I craft the needle and I start exploring. I can't just sit back. They have a fight spell too. It's +1/+0 and it deals damage. So this is dying no matter what. So I basically just offer the trade, I guess, and then now the Nautilus is going to get fought down by the Stomper here. They're going to keep drawing cards. I deck first. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do because this is dying, but I guess I can try to do something here. Poetic Glyph turning my compass into a 5/4. Does that do anything? Because, yeah, this is going to die from this. And then I have to take at least 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, potentially. This doesn't untap. Yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of keeps me alive. It's just the Mycoid Maze is going to be the end of us in this game here. The stupid Cavern Stomper top deck was just too much. Okay, take 5, potentially, maybe 6. Definitely 6, and a Braid should do it. Darn. Alright, well, we were just constantly like on the back foot that game, and the stupid Cavern Stomper top deck just was too much for us. Alright, we do go first, and we've got a Cenote Scout on 2 because of the Captivating Cave, and then any land lets us cast these things on 3. The Cenote Scout helps us find lands. I think I'm going to keep it for that reason. I guess now I'm Promising Vein and then go find a blue. That way next turn I can cast Waterwind Scout, the following turn I can cast Cenote Scout and Zoetic Glyph on the map. That's kind of annoying. Okay, cast this. Do Waterwind. Map enters tapped. And then we have to hope we find a land so we can Glyph and Scout. We don't have to find a land. We can still Glyph here. Ruin Lurker Bat. Nothing else. Okay. Gosh, I really hope they don't have a Braid. Let's see first. Any priority? They are getting priority. It could just be this. Alright, well, guess we're trying it. Ah, it's a Braid. Alright. That sucks. Feels pretty bad. But I guess I could have waited and then just like played a couple of creatures. That's so annoying. They had exactly a braid there. Okay, got a combat trick as well. There it is. And it's got lifelink. Another train. Been a long draft. I think I'm going to flash in Tidebinder when the Diamond Pickaxe triggers, and then I think this becomes a 1-1 without flying. No, maybe just a 2-2. I could probably just trade for it. But I can't cast this and something else here, so once the pickaxe triggers, I guess I just flash in Tidebinder here. Alright, we managed to get rid of their flyer. That's good news for us. Now we've got a pretty good play into the late game here. Yeah, so now we're starting to kind of do our thing. Pit of Offerings, white and red, and blue. I think I will put in the pit. And I do think I will get rid of a blue just so it could tap for blue for us as well. And then I could play the Nautilus so that way it's going to enter tapped. And I want to make sure that it comes in and can block as soon as it can. And as long as this is on the battlefield, I'm going to have to make sure... I'm going to try to play this earlier so it can untap and then be blocking. Alright, I'm not threatened by anything they've got going on their board right now, so... At least there's that. We'll just see what they top deck, though. What do they just do? Equip itself? Pay 2 to equip itself? It's kind of weird. Okay, no attacks. It's good. Let's just start here. We found that the unlucky drop is super important for us. Kawadi Scavenger getting back Tidebinder could be pretty good too. This would require us missing land drops. The Mineshaft Spider is also good against a potential flyer, but we do have an Oaken Siren. Let's take the Scavenger, I think. No, I think it's got to be the Cave. Because I do think we have to take this unlucky drop just in case they drop Boneyard Dracosaur or whatever. Just because we've struggled against that here. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we can cast Scout or Siren and still craft this thing. Yeah, I think I'll craft. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think I'm actually just going to play a scout here over the siren. Poison dart frog? No, you don't really do as much as I want you to do. And no attacks. Okay, that's a good get out of jail free card at some point. I can unlucky drop this and then activate these and then really go to town here. I can activate one of them. They might not even want this either. Okay, wow, a concession. I guess they knew that they were playing a bunch of 2 and 3 drops that probably couldn't compete against our board. Wow. All right, cool. All right, we go first, and we do have Forgotten Monument. We're going to have to take some pain off of this, but I think that's going to be okay. Because now we could just cast the Monument, cast a Scout, try to find some land. Oh, God. Try to find some extra lands here. I don't need green lands. I could tell you that. Okay. This one's not bad. Because now I can play Water Wind Scout without hurting myself. Wait. Come on, really? That's what you're going to default to when I could just tap and add 1 mana of any color? So I just took a pain for no reason. Because of the Arena Auto Tapper, so thanks for that. Yeah, because I just tap, add a blue, add a green. Oh, that's why. Oh, I see. Oh, we're fine. This would have required an extra mana. So I could have cast this without taking pain here. Kincaller revealing, what do you got? Brontodon, yeah. I need blue. But I need cave too for the leech here. Calamitous Cave-In going on the bottom. Don't like to see that. No, that helps out Kawadi Scavenger a little bit here. We have to take 3. But next turn we've got Leech and Nautilus, which will be pretty good. Oh no. Compass Gnome, sure. What else did they all reveal? Dynatomatons. What are these lands? Probably going to find a cave or a land here. Yeah, that's what I thought, because they're missing land drops. Okay, I think we got to play the Leech and the Nautilus. And we have to take pain for both. So, black. And blue. And hope they can't deal with the leech here. An untapped land lets us play both of these next turn, but I don't really want to play Scavenger until I can get back the Leech, because this is among the best things we got going for us. Alright, let's offer a potential trade. I'd be okay trading this for the Kincaller here. Because again, we can get this back eventually. Two basic lands. No caves in the yard currently to craft for this. Their Brontodon can also trade with this for 1 mana. But we do have the Scavenger now that can get back the Leech here. So that's good. I think I'd be willing to trade the Nautilus for this. Don't really want them to have removal for the Spider and double block here. And then 2-for-1 us. They could also have something like a Braid or something like that, but we just had to take 1 pain to do this. So let's see if they have something here. And trying to get this Brontodon off the battlefield while we have a Stone Tree is also kind of important. Okay, it was a combat trick anyway. Ooh, that hits us for 5. That's not great. And a Cavalry with a Dino. Okay. Lodestone Needle is good. Let's play Scavenger. Getting back Leech. Play Leech, I think. Over Needle? Yeah. Buried Treasure, that's fine. So now I can trade Leech for Brontodon, which opens up Stone Tree being a thing. I can Discover. I can Lodestone Needle the Brontodon, which gives them not good blocks at all here against the Leech. That actually seems pretty good. Let's do this on the Brontodon. And then I think we can actually get in with everything. If they can kill the Leech at instant speed here, this is not going to be a good attack, like, at all. But if they can't, maybe I can do this, just in case. I guess I should have crafted first as well. Yeah, I should have crafted so I could do an Explore here. I can't do that because the Cavalry blocks is a 3/3. So let's try this. They could trade Cavalry and Tomb Raider for a Leech here. Or Cavalry and Compass Gnome for a leech? Yeah, that worked. No? What do you have? Something crazy? Oh, you're just chumping. Do you have a braid now to get rid of the leech? They do. Okay. I'm just going to play the tapped cave here. No caves in the yard to craft with stone tree right now. Oh my gosh, that was the one thing I really just did not want them to have. I can't deal with 7/7s. Huh. Double top as well, that's a problem. Wait, I don't have a cave in the yard yet. Not that I have to, but, I mean... More lands. 7/7 that I really can't deal with right now. Kills our 3/4. Oh, this is a huge problem. Yeah. Would have loved to hold up Tidebinder there. But I couldn't, really. So unlucky drop is, again, one of our only outs here. Okay. Sure. So if I craft Stone Tree, they're just going to kill it with Brontodon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't do Unlucky Drop and Stone Tree here. So I do Promising Vein. See if I can clear a land off the top of my deck. Now we've got Cavernous Maws, we've got Tidebinders, Unlucky Drop that we're going to have to use right now here. Can also Tidebinder the Brontodon ability if they go for that at some point. I just don't know if we're going to have that kind of time. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I need to be using unlucky drop here. I can still do that though. I can still double block and still use it, so... So I have to, if I use Tidebinder here, I have to go to 2. And I hope they don't have a combat trick, I guess. And I do still have unlucky drop to deal with the 7/7. Stone Tree? What does that do? Gives me another 5/5 if I can survive long enough, maybe? Alright, so... activate this, we double block its Quinth just in the event that they've got something crazy, and then we also unlucky drop the Cavern Stomper here. If they put it on top, which they should probably do, they can't discover. I mean, they could discover, but then it gets shuffled away. So now they can't really use Buried Treasure or the Hidden Volcano here. Staggering Size still lets us live. Okay. So I can Compass, activate both of these and attack, and play Stone Tree this turn. So let's start here. What do they have, though? So, 1, 1 Cavernous Maw. There's some sort of flash creature. I mean, this could be done. It's an instant because it's not these two things. So another Abrade, sure. We take 12. I forgot about the Benthosaurs getting shuffled away as we do this. That's okay, I guess. Okay, next turn they're just dead. Because they cast this and we activate both Cavernous Maws and they die. I guess they have to discover now, because if they cast this, they lose. Oh, wow. This draft is incredible, guys. This is one of my favorite drafts I've done. One more win before a loss, and we get ourselves into Mythic. Let's get it. We are on the draw here, but we do have an island, which goes a long way in keeping this hand. Same with Compass Gnome. So now we can play Volcano, Island, Compass Gnome, find a forest. Or actually, we could find a green tap land or cave. Yeah, probably our green cave here. So that next turn we could just play River Herald Scout. Let's see, we got other caves too. But getting... Forgotten Cave is also a good one, or Forgotten Monument. We don't need any more than just one blue for now, plus Forgotten Monument also just lets us play Scout next turn. I mean, Waterwind Scout. So, I'm actually going to take the Monument here. And in the meantime, while we're searching for green mana, this can provide us green mana if we have to. But the Scavenger isn't even till much later in the game that we even want to cast that. Ooh, Tidebinder to the rescue. Brutal. This Tidebinder has been so good. This card is ridiculous. For all you Constructed players out there, does this see play in Constructed? Modern? Vintage? I could see this seeing play in Vintage or Legacy or something like that. I don't play those formats, but like it does so much. Alright, so we're missing land drops here. I'm wondering if we should just play Iceberg and try to hit a land to play Dart Frog. It's not great, but... Let's start by doing this. Could just play the Dart Frog here. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to play the Dart Frog. Try to get our mana situation under our feet a little bit. That's pretty good. Okay, that's also pretty good for us. Got 5 mana now. So we can do do double Scout here. That seems pretty good. Let's try that. Okay, got a Cavernous Maw. I don't think there's a reason to not attack with the Tidebinder here. If they kill it, they kill it. I mean, there's not gonna... Oh, they killed the Waterwind Scout. Interesting. I guess they thought that a flying creature would be too much of a problem for them. Wait, I could have just cast Benthesor there. That was dumb. I forgot. Can save up Calamitous Cave-In, but this thing's a vehicle, which is not great. Okay. I will take that as well, because that means we launch ourselves right into Mythic. What rank do we get? The answer to that question is 1,207. Now, unfortunately, we might have to start off this round with a mulligan. Oh, this is really tough. Any green really sets up this hand. We do have Forgotten Cave or the Forgotten Monument is a decent draw here. We've got the 2/1 Compass Gnome is a decent draw. I think I'm going to keep it and really not like what's going on if this doesn't work out in our favor. Another Stone Tree. Don't like to see that. I mean, I do if we find a forest off the top here. Oh, baby. We did it. All right, we are good to go. All right, we're off to the races here. Holy lands. It's going to be a cave, and I think it's got to be a blue cave. Wow, we were about to draw 5 lands in a row there. Well, it could be a green cave as well because we have Brontodon. We do have an island in hand here, so maybe just the green cave so that we can cast Brontodon. Next turn we have 5 mana. So probably casting another Stone Tree, I think. Waterwind Scout, sure. This ETB's tapped, right? But it doesn't hit anything right now. So this is just going to be a colorless cave land right now. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's actually fine right now. Helps us set up our mana well. We've got a Benthesor next turn that triggers off of 4. Going to draw 2 of the top 4 here. And then the following turn, we've got Brontodon plus Unlucky Drop. This thing always enters as a 4/4, like almost all the time. I could also just play Brontodon and Spider and next turn activate Brontodon to trade with the Gem Guard and cast a Benthesor. That also seems pretty... Do I have the mana to do that? I don't. Okay, well then maybe that's not great. I guess I'll do this. Now I wish I would have not have played the land, obviously. I think I'll take the Scout and the Forgotten Monument here. I don't think I'm going to trade with this Gem Guard because I can just for 4 mana kill it here with the Brontodon. Just play Brontodon, kill it for 4. Or kill it for an extra 1. And then have 4 mana left over, play a Spider with the Forgotten Monument mana, I suppose. Well, now I can't really do that because it's a 5/5, so I'm not doing it anyway. So I think I'm playing Brontodon and Spider now. Does cost me a life, but I think that's okay. Don't like getting rid of the leech there. That is one of our better payoffs in the deck. Did we hit a cave at least? No, didn't hit a cave for the stone tree. So if they double explore and hit a non-land on the first one, and they decide to do it again, they can attack past this, but then we have unlucky drop next turn for that. Looks like they're a little bit choked on mana, potentially. So they might not want to double explore here. Okay, they did find their land. Yikes. What do they have? Oh, they have deal 4 damage to an attacking or blocking creature here. Yeah. Can I play around that? No. I just have to trade for yeah, I just have to trade it because if I didn't block now, I block next turn and yeah. Alright, so Cosmium Blast, I'll trade it for that, I guess. Play a Waterwind Scout next turn, and then unlucky drop one of them more than likely. If they try to discover and make it bigger. Ooh, Kawadi Scavenger is also very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caves makes this cost 3 mana. So 3 mana, 3 mana, and 3 mana. But do I get the spider? They have to deal with this leech, like, immediately. We are at 7. If they can remove the scout and then, like, pump these up a little bit, that could be a problem. I don't know why I do all of this prior to combat. It's not smart. I need to be attacking before I make all of these actions, and I do know that. I just get excited, I think. Now, next turn we have potential Cavernous Maw activation plus an Explore and a removal spell, which could open the door to some really good attacks, but they have 5 cards in hand, so this is not over. I'm snap blocking here. Go to 5. Let's see if they can deal with the leech. Oh, God. Holy moly. Yep, that card is basically unbeatable, unfortunately. What does this craft with? An artifact? Yeah, they can do that. If they craft it, I probably have to unlucky drop it. and needling this thing. I could needle and craft this turn at the expense of 1 life. Unstable Glyph Bridge. That is a way to get back from a 4/4, a 5/5 lifelink, and a 3/2 when you really didn't have anything. Darn. Now they can't craft this turn. So that's something. We don't have lethal. We have potential 5 damage coming their way. Double striker, yeah. So what can I do? I can Waterwind Scout. I can craft this. I can activate that. That's 7 mana, so then I can't unlucky drop as well. So then I die to removal. I can't even activate that unless I find a land here. I get 2 explorers? No, I get 1 explorer. I probably have to hold up unlucky drop, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana to play with. So I do this, this. Ooh, hi. Yeah. And then pass the turn, I guess. They know we have Calamitous Cave-In coming now, but I mean, it's one of the only ways we could potentially try to come back from this here. Okay, Iron Paw Aspirant, yeah. This lets me attack with a scout next turn, potentially. Oh, man. So if they activate their map here, they can only hit me for 4. Conversely, if I animate the Maw and explore into a non-land, they have to chump. Oh, I can't. I have to craft with that too. Can I craft, activate, and explore? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I could do that. 1, 2, 3. Craft. They have priority. What do they have priority with? I should have explored first. That was kind of dumb. Because if I hit a land here, okay, Zoetic Glyph, that could do something potentially. Now this is lethal, so they have to block. But what do they have for each of these? If this is a Cogwork Wrestler, then I'm dead. If they explore into a non-land here. Is that worth holding this back now? Because if that's a Cogwork Wrestler, they attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they explore into a non-land, and then I can't, and then I get hit for 5. I have to play around Cogwork Wrestler here now. Okay, go to damage. Eaten by piranhas. Okay, that works. Still trades though, which is fine. Now next turn, Zoetic Glyph can animate a stone tree. We can... but we don't have the Cavernous Maw anymore. This is going to untap. Gosh, this is close. How many Waterwind Scouts do you have? At least 4. That is ridiculous. They can still play a Dawn Runner and use the map here. Oh my gosh. This is becoming really tough. I might have to use this cave-in. They know we have the cave-in, so they're probably playing around it and not playing their Dawn Runner. If they play their Dawn Runner, I think I have to use the cave-in. I'm sure they're not going to play their Dawnrunner now that they know we have the cave in here. I would very much love if they did, but I do not expect them to. Alright, that means we pretty much just have to use it here. So we use the cave in, we glyph a stone tree, we explore onto it, and that's pretty much, and then we can attack for 5, I think. Okay. That's a lethal threat. But they can craft their glyph bridge and play a Dawnrunner here. Block this with the Dawnrunner, and then they have lethal in the air. So that is also something. We do have a Discover over here that we might have to use. Or we will have to use. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing we can do to try to survive here is crack one of our hidden lands. I don't know what we find, but I mean, it's pretty much all we got. Because they can just chump here. Dang it. Oh, man. That was so close there. Ugh. Probably misplayed at one point getting rid of that Cavernous Maw, because that probably could have helped us survive in some way and activate it to attack, but gosh. Unstable Glyph Bridge. We did our best to try to beat it, but it's just too good of a card. Okay, we go first here with a pretty darn good hand that I think we are keeping. Probably playing Compass Gnome on 2, and I think we can get a land. It doesn't seem horrible to do that. Potentially just our Forgotten Monument again. Makes our Calamitous Cave in better as well. No, don't give me one of the one-drop flyers. Come on. Sure. What if we just got a Cavernous Maw? That's also pretty good. Yeah, this is good with Calamitous Cave in here. Because we can board wipe and activate this to attack. Alright, clearly they've got something, but I mean, I'm gonna basically just play toward a cave in here. That's pretty good. I think I could keep that. Okay. Clearly they're trying to hold up something so Zoetic Glyph doesn't do as well as we want it to do here. So let's just attack then. Why can we not activate this? Activate only if the number of caves you control plus the number of caves in your yard is 3 or greater. We have 1, 2, 3. And it says 2 out of 3. Am I wrong? Activate only if the other caves. Stupid magic. So many words. I think I'll use this to tap down their lifelinker here. Still no plays. They're really playing around this Zoetic Glyph. Do I just go for it on the Compass Gnome? Clearly they have some sort of removal. But right now this isn't doing anything for us as long as they have a 1/4. And then if they kill it, we could at least craft the needle. Plus they kill it and then we could also cave in any future plays here. Obviously they're holding up mana so they can blow this out, but I mean, I don't really have another play I can... It was on board. It was just on board. Oh my god, I got rid of that too. So we're just horrible. We just... everything is awful. So I just am a horrible player is all I am. Can I sandbag this one more turn, potentially? While activating... I could activate this. No, but I don't want to cast it if I hit a creature. Or even a removal spell I wouldn't want to cast. I could just activate Promising Vein. Hold up Cavernous Maw activation if I need to. Hold up Tidebinder if I absolutely have to. And then cave in next turn. Good. Keep playing creatures. Keep playing creatures. Good. All of this is great. Okay. Then we'll exile 1, 2... And can we get another color? We could get red, but we don't need red anymore for the cave-in. We don't need blue anywhere over here, so we could just get rid of, like, this. And then pass. They still have more cards in hand than us somehow. Okay, I can counter the craft ability with that, which is going to be kind of great. But they do have a 4/4. Would have been great if I could have countered the make a 4/4 ability. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate, still hold up 3. Okay, so we can do that. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And activate this one. Not great. And then pass. Sure. I think I'm gonna do this. Scavenger getting back, what, a permanent? Yeah, so Waterwind Scout, Lodestone Needle. What does Cave cost? 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do this and still play Scavenger here. Notably, they don't have an artifact to craft with the Master's Guide Mural here, except the 4/4 that they have on the board. Wait, this is a permanent? Oh. I still don't know if that's good enough, though, because if they have interaction, if I try to put it on the Oaken Siren, then that's a huge problem. Whereas I could just get Lodestone Needle, tap something down, and then next turn, if I tap down their 4/4, I mean, I could play Lodestone Needle, tap this down, activate this, and attack with everything. Oh no. What do you have? Okay, go to 6. This is so stressful. I'm sure they have a way to kill the Oaken Siren here. Okay, so return it to my hand. That's fine, actually. I mean, it prevents a little bit of damage for them. Oh, what else do you have? Oh, crap. It's something else. Return, make that a 4/4, yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Take 3 now. They had 2 interactive spells there. Are you kidding me? Really? What are these top decks that we deal with in this game, or in this draft here? Yet another land. I can't attack with everything or I lose. I can attack with 2 things and then plan to block this. I still lose. I might even just lose right now. Oh. Kidding me? What are these top decks, man? This is ridiculous. Are you kidding? We have dealt with the most ridiculous top decks I have seen. Well, now we lose, I guess. Really, they top decked NM Pakal when they don't even have a red source except for a captivating cave. It's just frustrating sometimes. I think this deck deserved to win, but it just didn't. Alright, well, 6 and 3. Still a sweet deck. I hope you enjoyed the deck, because I definitely did. Going from 6 and 1 to 6 and 3 is always never a great feeling. 2 of the 3 losses we had were just like incredible top decks that we just couldn't beat. And 1 of the 3 was to Unstable Glyphbridge, which wasn't really a top deck, but was just an unbeatable card. So 6 and 3, boy, do I really wish I had the trophy with that, but still a lot of fun nonetheless. Remember, 2 more LCI drafts and then LCI Best Deck Tournament a week from today, next Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.